Good morning. My name's Ned Holmes and welcome to Football League World TV. I'm joined by my colleague George Dagless and we're going to run through the nominees for the Football League World Fans League 2 Player of the Month Award for August. How are you doing this morning, George?
Yeah, I'm good, Ned. Just about got over deadline day yesterday. How are you?
Yeah, same, mate. Had to have a few coffees this morning, but feeling good to go now. So I'll start by running through the nominees for the League 2 Player of the Month Award. Well, the 6 nominees are Swindon goalkeeper Jojo Willacott, Northampton Town defender John Guthrie, Hartlepool midfielder Tyler Burry, Bradford City striker Andy Cook, Forest Green forward Jamil Matt, and Harrogate forward Luke Armstrong. We'll start then with Jojo Willacott. Willacott obviously signed permanently from Bristol City in the summer, and he's made a great start. 18 saves, 3 clean sheets, only 3 goals conceded for Swindon, who made a strong start to life back in League 2. He's already proving to be a great piece of business, isn't he, George?
Yeah, obviously he had a loan there towards the end of last season, played a couple of times and done enough to get himself a permanent move. And I think it's good for him, really. Obviously, spent a lot of time at Bristol City, but as you well know, Ned, as a Bristol City fan, most of that time was out on loan. So it's good that he's got a permanent move to a club like Swindon, who, what's also good for them as a whole, they've started this season really well, where a lot of the summer there was quite a lot of upheaval and concern, I would say. But, good start for Swindon, one of the better defensive records in the league, and obviously Wallacott's had a big part to play in that.
Yeah, absolutely. And as you say, so much upheaval off the pitch, and I guess it's good to have that sort of stable base in a goalkeeper like Willacott on the pitch. We'll move next then to another sort of stable foundation for a team, Guthrie. A strong start to the season for Northampton Town's defence as well. 3 clean sheets for them as well. I think, again, only 3 goals conceded. But John Guthrie, he's proved to be a bit of an asset at both sides of the pitch, would you say, George? The 2 goals as well as marshalling that back line.
Yeah, definitely. Summed it up really well. I mean, obviously, I think Northampton will want to score a few more goals and obviously get some of their other players involved in that kind of action. But it's good that Guthrie started well at both ends of the pitch. Primarily, of course, he's there to help out defensively, and he's done that very well so far for the Cobblers. Again, like Swindon, they've come down into League 2 from League 1, but started really positively. Obviously, I guess you'd say a little less upheaval at that club than at Swindon. That's perhaps not saying too much after the summer that Swindon had, but yeah, a really positive start for Guthrie. Obviously, arrived in the summer, seems to have settled in well, and positive signs for the Cobblers going forward.
Absolutely. We'll move into the midfield then. So our sole midfield nominee this month is Tyler Burry. The Millwall loanee has joined Hartlepool and helped them make a real fast start to life back in the EFL. 3 goals and assists for him. How impressed have you been with Burry this season, having made that loan switch to Hartlepool, and he seems to be thriving already?
Yeah, it's really good to see. Obviously, Millwall fans and likes of Gary Rowett and the Millwall coaching staff will be really impressed with what he's done. It's exactly what he needed to do, get a move to a club like Hartlepool and settle in there quickly and perform really well and show that he's potentially got room to become a championship player in the future. The early signs are that he's going to be one of the better players at League 2 level this season, and obviously he's got so much room to progress and grow. So really positive signs, and Hartlepool obviously back in the EFL after a few seasons away in non-league. They've started really nicely too, so they'll be pleased. Not just with Bury, but with their start as a whole. But obviously, yeah, the Millwall loanees have probably been the pick of the bunch so far this season for them.
Yeah, absolutely. I know it was a tough decision trying to decide really who from that Hartlepool got the nod, but Bury got it in the end, and so we'll move forward into the strikers then. Well, Andy Cook made a fast start to his Bradford career after joining midway through last season, and he's carried that form over into 2020-21. He scored 4 goals and got an assist in August, as well as winning 66 aerial duels. He's picked up where he left off, George, hasn't he? And that looks sort of ominous form for the rest of the league.
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, he's a player that knows this sort of level really well. Scored goals at plenty of different clubs where he's been, and like you're saying, that he's carried on from where he left off last season. That loan, obviously now on a permanent basis that he's there at Valley Parade. Obviously, Derek Adams has gone in there, fresh off his promotion with Morecambe last season, and the expectancy was that the Bantams were going to be challenging right at the sharp end this season, and it's so far so good. Yes, it's early days, but there's plenty like about this Bradford team, and with a player like Andy Cook up front, spearheading the attack. There's no reason why they can't be there or thereabouts the rest of the season.
Absolutely. Is Cook someone that you see, he's obviously scored a lot of goals in sort of the National League level before, but he's never quite, had one of those huge seasons in the EFL, I don't think. Do you think that this could be the season that changes for him?
Potentially, yeah. The signs are all there. I mean, he started really well. Obviously, finished the season productively as well in League Two last year. So it seems like he's settled in nicely at Bradford, and with the sort of start they've made, he's clearly going to get plenty more chances, and there's going to be plenty of games where they're in the ascendancy and on top. So there's no reason why he can't have a very good season this campaign.
Brilliant. Well, another side that have made a sort of breathtaking start to the season, really, of Forest Green. They were surprisingly beaten by Port Vale on the weekend, but other than that, it was four wins from the first 4 games in August, and sort of key to that was Jamil Matt, 3 goals, 3 assists. The forward really proving just too much for League Two defences to handle. Is he the guy that sort of makes them tick, that attacking unit? Do you think, George?
Well, I mean, he's definitely one of them, but they've got so many sort of good players that are coming to the fore at the moment. Obviously, Matt Stevens started really well for Forest Green too. Nicky Cadden's had a really good start as well. Hence the reason, they're very much one of the teams to beat at the moment at the early stage of League Two. But Jamil Matt, we know what he can do at this level. He's had productive spells elsewhere, and he brings goals and assists. He's a real sort of focal point, and I guess for the rest of the Forest Green players to sort of work around in that attacking third. So it's really good signs for Forest Green so far. They obviously play really good football, and they're getting admiration not just from obviously their own supporters, but from sort of rival teams as well at this early stage. So plenty of positive signs for them to try and seal that elusive promotion to League One this year.
Yes, certainly a team that the neutral are going to enjoy down in League Two this season. And the final nominee on our shortlist is Harrogate Town forward Luke Armstrong. He's made a real strong start to the season, as of Harrogate, which has been really impressive. He scored 3 goals, but he's also provided 7 key passes this year and proved a real asset in the air. He seems to have everything you'd look for, really, in a League Two forward, George.
Yeah, and again, like several players on this list, he's a new arrival. Obviously, he was at Hartlepool last season as they won promotion in the National League. Scored a decent amount of goals there, and he's gone into Harrogate and hit the ground running. It's been a really good start as well for Harrogate. Obviously, this season sitting second in the table. Obviously, it's their second year in League Two after their promotion a couple of seasons ago. So, really good signs again for Harrogate, and I think Armstrong is the sort of player that people are sort of looking at and thinking, yeah, he's definitely one that we could rally maybe a promotion push around at this early stage. I obviously hope that they can keep that up. So yeah, it's been a really good start for Armstrong as well.
Brilliant. To vote, you'll have to go to footballleagueworld.co.uk/fan-awards. That's footballleagueworld.co.uk/fan-awards. There'll also be links on our social media and our Twitter, so to make sure you get on that. And also remember to like and subscribe Football League World TV on Facebook. Give us a retweet and a like on Twitter, and a like and a share on Facebook. That's everything from us today. Cheers for talking to me, George.
That's all right.